little bit of practice. Reminds me of a time I was in Borneo. Sarawak, Dr. Palmer. Sarawak. Yes. I was an officiant at a wedding for a young boy and his rather vulnerable...
Exciting developments in NCIS, Season 22 and Tony and Ziva's spin-off. As anticipation builds for NCIS's thrilling return in Season 22, fans are buzzing about the iconic characters they hope to see back in action. With the promise of unexpected twists and nostalgic reunions, there are 5 crucial characters that the upcoming spin-off featuring Tony and Ziva simply cannot overlook. From fan favorites to pivotal players, the stakes are higher than ever. Dive into our detailed exploration of who we want back on screen and how they could reshape the future of NCIS. Don't miss out on what promises to be a season filled with surprises and unforgettable moments. Hey, lovely viewers, welcome to our channel Shows Update. 5 important NCIS characters that Tony and Ziva's spin-off cannot ignore. The newest spin-off of NCIS, Tony and Ziva, is the perfect opportunity to bring back franchise alums who have exited the universe. CBS hit procedural series has said goodbye to some of its best characters in the past 2 decades. This time, however, there are new opportunities for several of them to return to the NCIS franchise that didn't exist in the past. An appearance in NCIS, Tony and Ziva, a new spin-off starring Michael Weatherly and Cote de Pablo, can make those dream comebacks a reality. NCIS, Tony and Ziva will continue the story of Anthony Donoso and Ziva David, 2 former NCIS agents from the flagship series who had a slow-burn romance from seasons 3 to 11. Unfortunately, despite co-starring in the mothership for so long, this will be the first time that their collective narrative will really be focused on. As established characters, Tony and Ziva have past connections and relationships to explore. By revisiting their story and adding more to their established lore, the universe has the chance to bring back more NCIS cast members who have existing ties to them. Ari Haswari, Ziva's half-brother, should appear as a ghost. One of the most exciting characters to consider for the NCIS, Tony and Ziva story is Rudolph Martin's Ari Haswari. Ari was introduced in NCIS Season 1, Episode 16, Bête Noire, when he infiltrated NCIS headquarters by sneaking into the autopsy department in a body bag delivery. Ari antagonized the team for the remainder of Season 1 and into the beginning of Season 2. He finally met his end in NCIS Season 3, one of the best seasons of NCIS, mainly in part due to the introduction of Ziva David and her connection to Ari. Ziva's introduction in NCIS was directly tied to her affiliation with Ari, as both characters were agents connected to Israel's Mossad intelligence agency. Ziva initially attempted to help Ari, as the pair shared a special bond. While Ziva initially swore to protect Ari, she eventually learned that Ari had betrayed Mossad, prompting her to kill him in NCIS Season 3, Episode 2, Kill Ari Part 2, to protect Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Subsequently, Ziva revealed that Ari was her half-brother, further complicating her involvement in his death. The series revisited the event in NCIS Season 3, Episode 24, Hiatus Part 2. While Ziva briefly revisited the event at the end of Season 3, Ari would be an outstanding franchise alum for NCIS, Tony and Ziva. Ari's return as a ghost or hallucination would allow Ziva to process what his death means to her years later. As a Mossad agent, Ziva was a trained killer, but shooting her brother subverted the expectations of her duty. Cote de Pablo and Michael Weatherly recently teased in their podcast promoting the new series Off Duty, an NCIS rewatch, that they wanted Rudolph Martin to return to NCIS as a ghost in Tony and Ziva. Orli Elbaz, the Mossad director, needs to check in. While she wasn't one of the most prominent characters in the NCIS franchise, Marina Sirtis' Orli Elbaz character played a significant role in Tony and Ziva's shared journey. Sirtis first appeared as Elbaz in NCIS Season 10, Episode 21, Berlin, in an episode that followed up the murders of Jackie Vance, Paula Newsome, and former Mossad director Eli David, Michael Nori. Elbaz was revealed as the new director of Mossad, meaning she had taken the place of Ziva's father after his murder. Following her introduction, Elbaz facilitated one of the most critical moments in Tony and Ziva's story. Elbaz's most significant role in the NCIS universe was her appearance in NCIS Season 13, Episode 24, Family First. The Mossad director appeared in the episode after a report that Ziva's family home, where she had been staying, had been attacked. While Ziva's fate momentarily hung in the balance, it was soon reported that Cote de Pablo's character died in the fire, leaving her former partner and friend, Tony Donoso, in shambles. Amid his grief, the Mossad director appeared on a special mission to NCIS headquarters, informing Tony that he shared a daughter, Tali, with Ziva. It would be meaningful for the Mossad director to check in with the parents since she had a special connection to their life together. Elbaz appeared at the end of Season 13 to personally deliver Tony and Ziva's daughter to Tony at NCIS after Ziva's death. Sirtis' appearance made it one of the best episodes of NCIS, which also served as Michael Weatherly's exit from the series after 13 seasons. After assuming the responsibility of caring for their daughter, Tony moved to Paris to raise Tali, where Ziva joined them when it was later revealed that she was alive. It would be meaningful for the Mossad director to check in with the parents since she had a special connection to their life together, Eleanor Bishop. Ellie's NSA skills would be handy. One of the most beloved franchise alums with a prime opportunity to appear in NCIS, Tony and Ziva, is Emily Wickersham's Eleanor Bishop. Ellie joined Gibbs' team after Cote de Pablo left NCIS in Season 11. She replaced Ziva as Tony's partner for 2 seasons until Weatherly departed the series in Season 13. While her time with Tony and Ziva on the flagship NCIS series was brief due to the agents exiting the series, Ellie played a significant role in Tony and Ziva's story. After the team believed Ziva was dead, Ellie found evidence she was alive. In NCIS Season 16, Episode 13, Ellie found out clues suggesting that the former Mossad operative was still alive. A case led Ellie to an office where Ziva had worked under the radar. Later on, she found a note from Ziva asking to keep her true status a secret. Ellie's connection to Ziva led her to work with Odette Malone, who trained her in secret and eventually recruited her for an undercover operation that pulled her from her post at NCIS, causing her to disparage her reputation. The development connected Ellie to Ziva and returned her to her intelligence background. 7 NCIS characters we hope to see return in Season 22. With NCIS making a return with Season 22, we're thinking of the characters we hope will make a return. Check out some of the characters we would love to make an appearance. NCIS Season 22 is on the way and we are excited to see the main team of agents make their return. Of course, there are also so many other characters we've loved over the years and would enjoy seeing on screen once again. Is it likely we may see certain characters we've grown to love over the years such as Ellie Bishop or Ziva David? Probably not, however, the latter could happen due to the TV spin-off that will be airing on Paramount+. These are some of the characters we would love to see return, especially based on arcs that have occurred recently. Whether a family member or recurring characters that have been with the show for years, there are plenty of characters that we think of when we consider who might make an appearance. Agent Tobias Fornell. Fornell, Joe Spano, has always been one of our favorite characters since the beginning of the series. There's not a chance we won't see him crop up, but when he does, it's a treat. Plus, it also shows his importance to the team is not just tied to former Agent Gibbs. Whether helping with the case or hanging out with the team, Fornell always brings with him a sense of nostalgia. Delilah Fielding. McGee's relationship with his wife, Delilah Margot Harshman, is one of the most joyful parts of the show to watch. Whenever they appear on screen together, we love to witness how they have grown over the years, especially since we don't always see them every single week. We hope to see more of Delilah, especially their twins, Sarah McGee. Even though McGee's sister, played by Troyan Bellisario, has not been seen since episode 4, McGee recently brought her up in a season 21 episode. He had discovered his dad had donated sperm for a couple who gave birth to a daughter who's his half-sister. McGee told the team he met her with his sister, Sarah. With such close mention of her, it would be great to see her again. McGee's family may not appear as often, but any possibility of seeing one of his family members would be amazing for fans of the character. Lucia Campbell. Pilar Holland portrayed Nick Torres' sister in season 21 when he was suspected of killing a man tied to their pasts. Since Nick's arc has always seen him struggling when someone leaves, in the wake of Jessica Knight's exit from the team, it would be great to see his sister appear to support him. Feng Zhao. Knight's father, played by Russell Wong, made his first appearance in season 21, where we discovered he had big plans for his daughter's career. He was also the catalyst for Jimmy being worried about his relationship with Knight, since he wondered if being with him would be in the way of her future career goals. But are they hers or her father's? Seeing Jessica's father again would be an interesting arc to examine, especially if Knight finds her way back to the team in season 22. Tony Donoso and Ziva David. Even though Tony, Michael Weatherly, and Ziva will have their spin-off series coming to Paramount Plus, it would still be fun to see them appear on NCIS in some capacity. There could even be a video call where they call McGee for advice on something work-related. Either way, we would love to see them in season 22. It would be impossible to list all of the characters we'd love to see return with such a long history. But one thing is for sure, we know that any one of them returning would be a welcome surprise. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.